The Turner Gulch Fire is now contained, but during its burn period, it left a mark on many aspects of the community. And tonight, we're taking a look at its impact on the cattle industry. Reporter Robbie Patla joins us live tonight with more on this story. Robbie?
Yeah, thank you, Hannah. Shortly after that fire began, I spoke with Janie Vanwinkle, who told me that the fire was affecting 60% of their grazing permit. And today, I checked back in with her to see what the total impact looks like 2 months later. As the Turner Gulch Fire grew thousands of acres over the summer, fear consumed Janie Vanwinkle and her family, longtime ranchers of Mesa County.
The impact from an emotional standpoint is tremendous.
The Vanwinkle family worked with fire crews for 47 days, relocating cattle and assessing the fire's destruction. That's brought economic uncertainty.
There's economic impacts to what the calves will weigh. There's economic impacts from the fences that will have to be rebuilt. There's also economic impacts in the future as we allow that landscape to rest.
This group of bulls is just a small portion of the cattle that had to be relocated from the land up at Turner Gulch. I'm told that they will stay here in this corral throughout the fall as the recovery efforts continue.
Making sure the landscape is cared for in the best possible way, that'll be the first priority. Ensuring that the cattle are getting the care and the stewardship that they need.
The emotional toll is still present, but as the land heals, so will their family.
We're talking to each other about, how are you feeling? How are you doing okay? We're having those conversations in our family. We're talking to some of the other families as well.
As Vanwinkle looks back, she is filled with gratitude and hope.
Amazingly, the support was unbelievable in our community, and we're very grateful, very appreciative. Hope to be able to return all of that.
Throughout the fire's life, Vanwinkle and her family were also able to give back to the community. Even though the fire threatened their cattle, Vanwinkle Ranch delivered nearly 5,000 pounds of ground beef to D51 schools. And they also received over 300 bags of homemade cookies from the community, which they were able to give to firefighters. This all showcases the strength and love in the community that a fire will never destroy. For the 10, I'm Robbie Patla.
All right, thanks, Robbie. And you also mentioned that they didn't lose any of their cattle.
They did not lose
either.
A single cow.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
incredible
tremendous.
as well. Well, Vanwinkle also says they are working with fellow ranchers and the USDA to assess the total damage. From there, they will appeal for disaster funds as well.